Hi guys, so today we are on posterior chain, looking at all things on your back, from your heels to your neck or head. We're going to start off focusing mainly on the hamstrings and then some back accessory and strength work along with a little bit of hamstring activation work. Just to try and keep everything healthy, ticking over and work on that muscle recruitment rather than just going through the motions. We're trying to actually get the muscle recruiting, firing off and working properly. So, to begin with, we're going to do a couple of hamstring stretches and then a little thoracic opener for your back, and then we'll get cracking with the strength work. So, hamstring work. First one we're going to do, you'll need something to support on. If you can't put your hands on the floor, awesome, go for it. If you can't, just bring yourself up on a platform, whichever you can get to. If you need a bit on a ceiling, a windowsill ledge, anything like that, go for it. Alright? We want to try and be as low as possible for this one, and we're going to try and load our front foot as much as we can. So, there so you can see. From there, I'm going to be in a split stance and just drive my front leg back. And as I do, I'm going to try and flatten my back at the same time to drive my back nice and flat, and then drop my chest down towards the floor. If you can't get your knee locked out fully straight because of the pain, or feels like something's going to twang in the back of the knee, just stop with it slightly bent, and then try and bring your chest down. Right? You don't need knee fully locked to get into your hamstrings. You can leave a slight bend and still get a sufficient stretch. So we're going to work on that bending and up and down. And relax it, up and drive down. Right? So each time we're just trying to drive the hips back and then bring the chest forward and down and then just relax. So how long you hold for it for is up to you. Each time we go, we want to try and get into a slightly deeper stretch into the hamstring, working for that range. And when you're ready, change sides. So I'd say about 6 to 10 reps, and then change sides. Oh, this side is much worse. So I'm going to get myself set, drive the leg straight, bring the chest down. Reset, drive it straight, and bend. Alright. Chest up, and fold. And if you can, try and progress your way down, so you work yourself lower and lower, until eventually you're doing it from the floor. Alright? Nice and easy, but it's going to get right in there nice and deep. Good way just to warm up very gradually. So, the thoracic opener, I'm going to work on is coming down to the position we've been in before. Very similar to what we did last week with the kettlebell going overhead, except this time we're going to start with just some butterfly pulses. So hands in the back of the head, squeeze the bum nice and tight. I'm just going to bend backwards and extend the elbows back down towards the floor. Come back, nice and relaxed. I feel like something's going to pop in a second. Correct. So you can change the angle your elbows go back on and down. Here you go straight back to floor, so as I come back just straight. Or you can take them slightly overhead and then down on a slight arc. That side feels much tighter there. And back. So what I recommend is doing a couple of sets of these, 2 to 3 sets. You can either do it for time or for reps, it's up to you. And the second one, it's from there. We're going to take one hand back and reach back as far as we can and come back. Hand out, reach, let the floor and back. So we can have a little bit of movement in the ribs here, but what I don't want you to do, I'm trying to avoid doing, is just flopping back. We're still trying to reach and keep some engagement in the ribs, so working on stretching through the chest, through the shoulder, lat, and shoulder blade, moving over the foam roller. I will probably go for those 20 reps, a 10 each side. And if you can, work on taking both back, having a big reach out, and coming back. Back, reach, your back as well. So 3 variations, 4 variations to play with. Have a go, take your time with them, see what feels best for you, and hope it feels good. So, the next bit, you're going to need a towel. We're going to work on a bit of hamstring activation. So this you can either do by itself, as a bit of a warm-up, or you can do it as a superset. So you can add it in before you do the actual hamstring drills and exercises. It's that bit of muscle recruitment and trying to push that muscle a bit closer to working towards failure. Right? So it's good for strength, hypertrophy and muscle activation. What you do is fold your towel, so it's quite thin. Then you're going to wrap it around one leg and fold it in front. From there you're going to pop your other leg in front on top of the towel. Get yourself braced next to the wall, so you're going to lift your back heel up. From there, with my hips slightly bent backwards, I'm going to try and drive my back heel to my arse cheek and just hold. So brace nice and steady, and max effort drive. And you want to hold that drive for about 20 seconds, really pulling through the towel as hard as you can, driving your heel to your arse. And also once you do 20 seconds, just relax. And then you can go into whatever hamstring variation you might be doing for your exercise. So stiff leg deadlift, one-legged deadlift, any split squat variation or hamstring drill you want to focus on. But if you one leg at a time, it's going to feel absolutely awful very quick, and you're going to start building a lot of strength in the hamstring throughout the full muscle, right? It's going to force that deep activation, deep contraction, and yeah, you get a lot of benefit from it quite quick. It's important to get that back leg in the right position, hips slightly back, and focus on driving that heel up, so squeezing through the bum, pulling tight up, but obviously you're not going to move, you're going to be locked in to that drive, forcing that recruitment. The next bit, we've got some Cobra variations, so you're going to need to keep your toes quite close to the wall, if not pressed into the wall. For your back, right? So, from there, you're going to put your hands on the back of your head. The first variation, all we're going to work on is squeezing the bum nice and tight. We've got that 50-pound note between your arse cheeks, or sucking the peanut up there. Put your hands on the back of the head, and we're just going to lift up as high as we can. Right? Just have a little hold, come back down, and we just rep these out. So 8 to 12 reps. Second one is as you come up to the middle, we're going to twist and lift back to one side, back down, up, twist, lift back to one side, back down, and keep going. So it's working between the two sides, again, about 12 reps. So 4 to 6 each side. If you want to do more, by all means do. Final one is as we lift up, we're going to lift one leg at a time, as high as we can. Come back down, a little pause at the top. Lift, hold as tight as we get. Back down. Lift, squeeze and tight. And back down. Just want a little pause at the top, 2 to 3 seconds. And it's just going to help build that full posterior chain. That little hold at the top is really important. It's going to help lock everything in and get used to that bracing. So when we do start lifting again back in the gyms, or just in general for life, so anything you might be doing, it's going to help strengthen your posterior chain. Alright? Happy days. So, any questions guys, as always, please just drop me a message. I hope you enjoy, and take care. Alright?